morning. Greetings, salutations from the Finley Hyundai Studios. It's The Drive. What's going on a Tuesday morning? Unbelievable day to wake up and say hello to you here. Talking sports, Devin, Dixon, Paul Ratliff, Tara Atkin pushing all the buttons today. And we were all wingnuts last night. Had a great time. Absolutely was Mariner Hub yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, I felt like I was in downtown Seattle.
There was a group of not one, but like three different softball senior games couples, it looked like.
Yeah, that's right.
Rocking the Mariner shirts, cheering. At one point, they left a little early, and I was worried they might jinx us. Like, baseball is the only thing that I swear to goodness I am superstitious about.
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
like,
you were saying your buddy Gabe was texting you and kind of putting the jinx on a little bit.
He's just overly confident all the time.
And is he that way about the Seahawks? If I remember right, I don't think he is.
No, he's pretty negative about the Seahawks.
Yeah. But he's got a little glimmer in his eye for that championship. He's feeling optimistic.
Oh man!
But you're not. You're just kind of staying level-headed and
trying to
one game at a time.
I'm ecstatic right now, though. We are 2 wins away from our first ever World Series appearance. We have never appeared in a World Series. Never. The only team in baseball, Paul. The only team that's never been to the World Series is 2 wins away, and it happens to be my team. This is uncharted territory. So, yes, if I seem a little bit of excited, there's no question that I am. I'm fired up. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely to the moon. To the moon, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Did anybody think the Mariners were going to do what they did last night?
No. Blowout? Toronto?
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I mean,
it's perfect
Toronto
comeback
took
spot
care
for
of
Toronto.
Yankees. Oh, now here we go.
No. I mean, game 2 was a perfect comeback spot after letting game 1 go.
Right.
You know, you would figure they were a heavy favorite on the betting lines. You know, you figure they would bounce back, but they did not.
Yeah. Big night last night for the M's.
Yeah.
Should we give the folks some sound?
Yeah, absolutely. Give them what they want to hear, in my mind.
Jorge Polanco. Jorge Polanco is been so clutch this entire postseason. You could actually make a case that he's the MVP of the postseason so far, and I would buy it. And I would buy it. He has been absolutely
even over Big
clutch.
Dumper, huh?
Yeah, well, I would buy it right now. Yep. You could sell me on that. It's debatable, but you could make a very compelling case that he has been the most clutch Mariner at the plate this entire playoff series. I mean, the 2 home runs he hit against the best pitcher in baseball, Tarek Skubal, in the first win of that series, and then obviously clutch in Game 5. Broke the tie. And then last night, here is Jorge breaking the tie again. This is 5th inning. It's tied 3-3. There's 2 on with 1 out. Give it a listen.
Shot to right center field. Varsho on the run. He's at the track. He's at the wall. It's gone! It's Polanco again! Jorge Polanco is owning October for the Mariners. He's given them a 6-3 lead.
3rd home run of the postseason last night for Jorge.
Yeah.
2 in Game 2 against Detroit. And then goes yard job last night. That broke things loose. They just kept piling on the runs. It was Triton's up. All Mariners first names that hit home runs last night started with a J.
Really? Julio, Jorge,
Josh
okay.
Naylor.
Nice.
Naylor. This is the Naylor bomb. If you missed it, Paulie, did you see this live last night?
I think I was still there at Wingnuts at this point.
This was the Naylor bomb.
Maybe.
Yeah, hang on 1 second.
Let's get Paulie a little Naylor bomb here.
Seattle Mariners, and he takes one middle and just
smash.
Fred McGriff, right? Follow through. Former Blue Jay. At a stadium where he went deep when he was a high schooler. Now he's a big leaguer.
So Naylor is Canadian, apparently.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So he's playing.
Yeah, he grew up in the Toronto area.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
So that's cool. He's showing out in his home country. You know.
Big performance for the M's last night. 2-0 lead going back to Seattle. Did anybody have that on their bingo card last night?
No. We didn't.
Anybody?
Didn't have that on the bingo
Nobody
card.
had that on the bingo card.
No.
Seattle going back 2-0. I'm stoked.
There you go.
Absolutely just to the moon floored about how well they played. I mean, Logan Gilbert didn't have his best stuff on short rest. Look, but the pitching staff it's not exactly ideal for Dan Wilson. But the bullpen was tremendous last night. And he went to him early, and it worked out. Like, Dan Wilson is he very well, if they don't win that series, he could have been blamed. But they end up winning the series. Now if they go to the World Series, Dan has got a chance to do what nobody else has ever done. And he's a former player. Seattle loves him, and he's making some good calls. And he's really, as a catcher, I think a catcher of all positions really transitions you into coaching the best.
Yeah.
Because you're
You
the
see
coach
the
on the
field.
field.
Yeah.
Already. You've called the games. You're calling the pitches. You're seeing everything. You're dictating everything. Like, it is the easiest transition when you're a catcher to go into coaching, I think.
I would agree with that.
And he's sped that whole process up. I mean, he kind of toiled around in the minors and stuff and kind of fast-tracked it, and here he is leading the charge, and Seattle is 2 wins away from the World Series. Man, that sounds so good. It sounds so good to say that out loud. 10-3 the final score. That was kind of the table setter for a doubleheader of Monday Night Football. And we were doing bingo. We were giving away jerseys. Everybody's having a good time last night. And actually 2 pretty compelling games, that went right down to the wire.
Yeah.
And probably 2 upsets for a lot of people. A lot of people thought that the Commanders would beat the Falcons, and a lot of people probably had the Bills rolling.
Commanders beat the Bears, right?
Bears, excuse me. And then a lot of people thought that the Bills would beat the socks off of Michael Penix Jr. and the Falcons, and the contrary last night.
Yeah, it was a bad night for the public. 91% of the bets were on the Bills' money line. 75% of the bets were on the Bills -3.5. 71% was on the Commanders' money line, and 53% was on the 5.5. So a lot of people got cooked last night by the books. So yeah, it was.
I saw $1.1 million lost on the Bills.
On the Bills
just
alone.
on the Bills. Yeah.
That's right. So I mean, everyone was on the Bills, and a lot more people were thinking that they were going to blow them out. I mean,
how many people hit like a 4 legs of a parlay and always throw the Monday night game in there just because?
Oh, yeah.
And probably had the Bills.
Yeah.
Or
just
the
Bills
Commanders.
money line or whatever. People do the 10, 12 teamers for fun. I'm sure a lot of people got cooked on that last leg with the Bills. But
the draft class, the 2024 draft class with Caleb Williams, with Jaden Daniels, with Michael Penix Jr., with Drake May, with J.J. McCarthy. This draft class, I was convinced that the Bears made the right hire with Ben Johnson. I was so high on that. It's taken them a little bit while to get him going and find some rapport, but all of a sudden, you have Caleb Williams making better decisions with the football than he was prior, and you can see the talent, and obviously Michael Penix Jr., they don't need him to throw for 400 yards to have success when you have, some of the players like Bijan Robinson, Tyler Algier. So this draft class, I don't know how good. Only time will tell how tall the ceiling is for this draft class. But we already saw Jaden Daniels in his rookie year take his team to the Final Four.
yeah, this is interesting because they were actually talking about this on the panel the other day. Matthew Berry, Devin McCourty, Jason Garrett, Maria Taylor. I think this was on the Sunday night game, but they caught McCourty, and he's a Patriots guy, I understand. But,
Devin McCourty?
I mean, he's a Patriots guy. I get it, but he kind of is aligned with Tara, with Drake May. And he says, look, we got the clip here. Let the clip do the talking. I thought this was a pretty, I don't know, crazy statement, but I don't like it as a Jaden Daniels guy. And Matthew Berry feels the same way, but we'll let the clip take the talk.
There's an excitement. Drake May, the best quarterback from the 2024 class, Matthew Berry.
Stop that. Stop that.
Jaden Daniels.
Stop that. Yeah. Let me know when Drake May gets to an NFC Championship game or even an AFC Championship game.
He plays in New England. They only count Super Bowls.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
Like that, Jaden?
They don't hang banners for playoff appearances, right? We like Drake May. He's not Jaden Daniels.
Isn't exciting?
I like that. I mean, Barry's kind of standing on business that Daniels is the best quarterback in the class. And he didn't play bad last night. Talking about the Commanders game, he threw 3 touchdowns and had like 60 yards rushing. So he wasn't the issue. But he did lose that fumble late in the game that probably lost him the game. But to say Drake May is better than Caleb Williams or Michael Penix or J.J. McCarthy is one thing, but I kind of believe that if you go deep in the playoffs your rookie year and prove that you can beat Tampa on the road, you can beat the #1 seed in Detroit on the road, and then you do lose to the Super Bowl champion Eagles, I understand, and get blown out. But I still think Daniels is the best quarterback in this class, and I think he will go down as the best quarterback in the long term if he doesn't get hurt. But Drake May's putting up a very compelling case, and McCourty, he's a Patriots guy, I understand, but I think Drake May is entering the chat, as the kids say, the conversation. He's definitely in the talks of being the best quarterback in the class.
Oh, it's early. It's
I
early.
know, but 3
of those quarterbacks were on display last night.
Matthew Berry's statement's right. Until one of them goes to the championship game or makes a deep playoff run, because regular season is regular season. I've always said that. I always say there's playoff Lamar, regular season Lamar. There's a lot of quarterbacks that have that playoff version.
We have a little bit of history behind that. There's not a lot of history behind these quarterbacks from the 2024 draft. This is so fresh.
Jaden's the only one to get a win in the playoffs so far.
Yeah. But man, the talent is there. When you find a franchise quarterback, not once, not twice, not 3. Right now, you could have 4 or 5 franchise quarterbacks for the next decade.
It's a rare one.
In the same draft.
It's a rare draft.
That is something special.
Because you look at this year's draft, you got Cam Ward. He looks to be fine, maybe. I mean, he hasn't played great yet. I mean, and a lot of people, you thought he was going to be good year one. I remember you saying you were a big Cam Ward guy. Yeah. You were coming out of Incarnate Word and Washington State and Miami. He has not performed well thus far. Honestly, let's just be honest about him.
He hasn't played great. He doesn't have a very good offensive line either.
And who else is the other notable quarterbacks in this class? I mean, you got Shadur, who's a 5th rounder, and he's on the bench. And Dylan Gabriel just threw 52 attempts and had less than 250 yards. There's not a lot of quarterback talent in this year's draft, to be honest with you. Jackson Dart's probably the best one. Yeah, he is. And you were right about him. You were right about Dart. You were in on him early. But I just think that this quarterback class, I wouldn't have wanted to be a team that was desperate for a quarterback this year, because there just isn't the wealth of talent at the quarterback position in the last draft. But for a #1 overall pick to be playing the way he's playing, we're almost to the middle of the season, and the Titans have not put together anything except the Arizona Cardinals win that shouldn't have happened. So they should be defeated right now.
Yeah, I look at that 2020 draft class.
Yeah.
Jordan Love, Joe Burrow, Tua, Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts. That class was a really good quarterback class.
I think this one's better, though.
This one has a chance to be better.
I think it is. It has a higher ceiling than that class, because we kind of know what Tua is at this point.
Yeah, but Burrow, when he's healthy, boy.
I know.
And Herbert, man, he's been through some changes down there, and he just is so consistent.
Yeah.
I mean, Burrow was the top pick. Tua went 5th, and then Herbert was 6th.
Herbert's been in the league a while, though. How many playoff wins does he have? I think
one?
it rhymes with hero. I think.
I was going to say 1.
I think it rhymes with hero. Let me check.
Yeah, you're asking a question you don't know an answer to. I love it when you do this.
Let me just
try to stump me, and then he has to go fact check his own statement.
No, I'm coming off of memory here. I think that they don't have a win, but I'm checking it right now. So
I know, but my point is, those quarterbacks from that class put on a show last night.
Justin Herbert's playoff win total is, take a guess.
0.
Yeah.
Hasn't won one.
No. And he's been in the league a while.
Yeah, he has.
Tua hasn't won a playoff game.
But he's only been with Harbaugh for a season.
That's right.
This is his 2nd season with Harbaugh.
That's right. but he's been in the league for a minute now.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely. 2020 class.
Yeah, 2020 class. So 5
He's
years
in that
the
same
NFL.
class as Burrow.
Yeah.
That's right. And Burrow's had a lot more success and been
Sure.
hurt a lot more too. But he's gone to the Super Bowl. Like, I think Herbert is a little overhyped for what people talk, the way that people talk about him. Like, Quentin Johnston's having one of the best receiving seasons of his career. Everyone thought he was a bust, couldn't catch the ball. He's playing really well this year. It's got Ladd McConkey, another really good receiver. So, like, does he not have weapons? Like, what's holding Justin Herbert back? Like, why isn't he going deeper in the playoffs, making runs with the Chargers? I don't understand. So, I mean, I just think people throw around the generational term a lot, and people thought Herbert was kind of a generational prospect coming out of college.
All I'm doing is saying that the 2024 draft class,
it's better.
Has a chance to be maybe one of the greatest quarterback draft classes of all time. You've got 5 franchise quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Potentially, right? I mean,
well, it depends on what
Spencer Rattler Spencer Rattler is a starter too. Now, I don't know that he's a franchise quarterback, but there was a point in time where he was at Oklahoma. People were talking about him as the number 1 pick coming out of college. He's won that job in New Orleans, and he's got some moxie, and obviously doesn't have a lot of talent down there, team talent, but that kid's battling his tail off. I don't know if anybody's watching Saints games, but I watched him in the Seahawks game the whole day, and I was very impressed with his composure and his ability to play. Now, look, is he going to be the franchise guy forever? There's a lot of criteria and a lot of circumstantial things that have to happen. You know, coaches matter. Coaches have their guys. Like, you know, GMs are drafting to save their jobs. They've got to do a good job. Like, you never know when that could change.
Yeah.
But right now, there's another starter in that draft class we haven't even talked about. So I'm just, my point is, like, I think we got a good glimpse of how good this draft class from 2 years ago is.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I mean,
Penix was very impressive last night. Michael Penix, and everybody went crazy when Atlanta took him in the draft after they paid all that money to Cousins.
Yeah.
And they made the change, and now Penix, I can't figure out Atlanta. Can you figure out Atlanta?
I mean,
how did they lose 30-0 to Carolina and then beat the Bills on Monday Night Football? It's the NFL.
They beat the Commanders. They beat the Bills. They're a good home team. I mean, they play well down there in Mercedes-Benz or whatever it is in Atlanta now.
Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah, they play really well down there, it seems like. I think they're one of these teams that is a totally different team away from home, but still, you know, it's puzzling that they're able to beat. And I think the Bills, you know, I mean, everyone says that they're kind of a Super Bowl favorite, you know, kind of a team that's going to be in it at the end of the season. But when you really look at them and their wins this season, they beat 1-5 Baltimore, 0-6 New York Jets, 1-5 Dolphins, and the 1-5 Saints. Those are their wins this season, the Bills. So, I mean, yeah, you only beat who's on your schedule. I understand that, but they have not had a good win. And every time they played a decent team, the Patriots, the Falcons, they've lost. So, I don't know. I think it's time to pump the brakes on the Super Bowl bandwagon for the Bills a little bit. You know, I think it is time to throw some cold water on that a little bit, just a tiny bit, until they start playing better. I mean, Allen's a walking turnover right now.
They don't have a defense to win a Super Bowl. That defense is not good enough to win a Super Bowl.
I know, but no one likes to take shots at quarterbacks nowadays because everyone just thinks they're amazing and they play so great all the time. But Allen's been bad this year. He really has not been great since that Baltimore game week 1.
Been a little aggressive. He takes some risks.
I mean, he turns the ball over a ton.
I'd roll with him. I would stand by him if I was a Bills fan.
Yeah, I get it. He's a franchise quarterback, but you can say a guy's playing bad when he's playing bad. He played bad against New England. He played bad this week. So it's just the facts.
Yeah. No, he didn't play good enough to win the game last night.
They scored 14 points. You know, you got to blame the quarterback. I mean, 15 of 26, 180 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. That's bad. That's a bad stat line. You're saying it's not?
No, I did. I'm not arguing that point.
Okay.
I said their defense isn't good enough to win a Super Bowl. I think Josh Allen is good enough and has enough talent to win a Super Bowl. I don't think their defense is good enough to win a Super Bowl.
He has the talent to win, but this is the old Josh Allen, the walking turnover. I mean, he had 1 million turnovers like the year before he won MVP.
How many turnovers did the Commanders have last night? You
3.
turn the ball over in the NFL, you cannot win consistently.
Yeah. I mean, we had 3. 2 fumbles
and they lost
and a
pick.
Game. And they lost by 1.
I'm just saying there's a common, and it's not rocket science. You cannot turn the ball over and win very often in the NFL.
Yeah.
You give a team 3 extra possessions and lose the turnover battle 3-0. Good luck winning that game. That's going to be tough.
Yeah,
You
I
better
agree.
do a lot of other things well.
I agree for sure.
Yeah, good Monday night. Stacked sports night last night.
Josh Allen just lost 2 straight games to the Falcons and Patriots with a combined 4 turnovers. You know, he has been a walking turnover.
Yeah, and they'll be talking about it in Buffalo, but they're still going to ride with him.
Oh yeah, you got to ride with him.
I mean, there's
obviously,
no
but
other option.
He's a great
You gotta
option.
take
I'm
the
not
good with
trying
the
to
bad.
say he's bad. I'm just saying he has not been playing.
He's not
well.
red hot right now.
Yeah, he's not playing well right now.
Long season. Is there a doubt in my mind that Josh Allen can turn it around? Not really. I don't love his receivers. I don't think anybody in the league is going, oh my gosh, Josh Allen has the best weapons to throw. I mean, Keon Coleman's your one.
Yeah,
That doesn't really impress me that much.
Well, they've invested.
They use
in other
the tight
places.
ends a lot in Buffalo.
Yeah,
they do have good tight
They
ends.
took Kincaid in the first round.
Yeah.
He's got to be more of an impact player for him.
Yeah.
Dawson Knox caught a touchdown last night. I mean, they do a lot with their tight ends. James Cook is a good player too, but I worry about the Bills. I think that some people are right in getting out in front of it. They might be fraudulent. We'll see.
I'm looking at this Bears win last night against the Commanders, and their schedule is set up. I mean, they lost to the Lions and Vikings, but they beat the Cowboys, the Raiders, and the Commanders. Don't look now, but that's 3 wins in a row.
Yeah.
And 2, I think, were the exact same score. Didn't they beat the Raiders 25-24, and then they win again? They've won 2 games by the exact same score in a row. And Ben Johnson's got them believing. He's got Caleb Williams, getting the party started. Like, I don't think we've seen what Caleb is capable of. Ben Johnson, don't forget, he was the best coordinator on the best offense in football last year. He comes over, and it's going to take a little bit of time to get everybody to terminology and get everybody to see his vision and obviously to get a rhythm with what personnel he has. And he's finally, started to show that, hey, this is going to work in Chicago, and he can turn that franchise around. 3 wins in a row is not a fluke.
Not a fluke.
I mean, the Cowboys win looks a little better than it did 3 weeks ago. And then the Commanders win on Monday night in front of everybody watching, head-to-head with Jaden Daniels. Dude, these two could be dueling head-to-head for a long time. This could be a great little quarterback rivalry in the making.
It could be.
And they've got the Saints. Look who they got coming up. Saints at home, Ravens on the road without Lamar potentially, Bengals on the road, no Joe Burrow, Giants. Saints, Ravens, Bengals, Giants.
Yeah.
They could win 3 of the next 4.
They could.
With they don't even need luck to win 3 out of 4.
And I got to say, for all those rookie quarterbacks, you talk about Drake May, Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, J.J. McCarthy, and Michael Penix. There's been nobody, maybe Michael Penix. He has a lot of good players around him too. But I would say Caleb, with the weaponry that the Chicago Bears invested to make sure he got off to a good start in his career. Bring in Rome Odunze with a first-round pick in the same draft you took Caleb.
Yep.
DJ Moore, DeAndre Swift, Cole Kmet. They invested another first-round pick in Loveland, who's been kind of so-so. But
he's been terrible.
well, he had an okay game for the Bears last night. He had a few catches, got a couple first downs.
That's the best he's looked all season.
Okay. Yeah, I know you had him in fantasy, so there's some bitterness there.
Well, I mean, he's a 14th, 15th draft pick.
Yeah.
Tied in, I figured they would use him. I thought, Ben Johnson would find a way to get him involved. Now, he was ineffective the first couple weeks, maybe a rookie wall there. He's got to get past it.
I don't think he had great production last night, but I saw him catch a couple first downs.
He's not doing what Tyler Warren's doing, and Tyler Warren was picked behind him.
That's right. Yeah, they probably didn't get the best tight end on the board, but still.
Jury's still out on Loveland.
I mean, what's it called? The point stands is that there's no rookie quarterback with a better supporting cast than Caleb Williams, as far as just talent at the skill positions, in my opinion. You look at Jaden Daniels, he's got Debo and Terry's on the shelf. You look at the Patriots, they've got who is
Boutte?
Boutte is fine. And old Stephon Diggs,
Yeah.
Ramondre Stevenson that's fumbling every third carry. I feel like there's not many more teams that have better weapons than the Bears do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just a thing.
That's what made Drake May pretty impressive.
That touchdown that Rome Odunze caught, they got called back because there was a illegal formation, or he was outside he broke the line of the tackle box. But that catch was an athleticism personified. I mean, he just twisting and turning, and it's just an amazing catch. I almost wanted it to hold up just because the play was beautiful and it was against my team.
Yeah.
But it got called back. But yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of talent. Long story short is what I'm trying to say.
Yep. Fun night last night. Lots to recap. Good show on tap for you today. Already off to a great start. Later on this hour, Coach Tommy Johnson going to jump on the hotline with us, and a visit from the medalist at the 4A State Golf Tournament, Dylan Winona, is going to be by the show. We've got a ton to get to. So we've got some fun stuff there. It's playoffs, baby. I mean, tennis state, golf state. We got the second round of the high school girls soccer bracket going. Sure. Everybody's playing tonight. All the Region 9 teams are in action that are still left alive. You've got Cedar hosting Green Canyon. You got Desert Hills hosting East High School tonight. I think most of these games are all 4 o'clock. Snow Canyon is hosting Judge Memorial. Crimson is hosting Uinta tonight. I think Dixie and Hurricane obviously both bowed out last Thursday, but everybody else is going tonight at home. So there's going to be some busy soccer stadiums tonight for playoff soccer. So we got a little bit of that to get into. Tons for you on a Tuesday. Terrific to have you in the Findlay Hyundai studios. We're back after a quick timeout message from our great local partners. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. It is The Drive. Hey, if you want to go check out the outfield, don't waste your time. They are truly your love. That is of all the one-hit wonders out there. I've heard people say.
Yeah.
I truly get it with this band, the outfield.
Okay.
I listen to like a whole album.
Just nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
It's like that one.
Nothing.
What's the? Come on, Eileen. Have you ever heard that? The Dexy's Midnight Runners.
I like that one too. Yeah.
They're like the ultimate one-hit wonders too. I think they're called the Proclaimers or something. I can't remember.
The Proclaimers.
Oh no, Dexy's Midnight Runners, and then the Proclaimers have I Want to Be. I want to be.
They walk 500 miles.
500 miles, yeah. I will walk 500 miles.
Proclaimers, actually, I wouldn't categorize them a one-hit wonder.
Okay,
Yeah,
I just didn't know much of their catalog other than that one. You know, I'm a hits guy.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. Trust me, you remind me daily.
Yeah. We hear it a lot.
Yeah. I want to make sure that's known.
But then he's like, who's Benson Boone?
With everything going on with my Mariners and everything last night, I didn't really... I forgot to have it's just preseason. But it was Ace Bailey and Cooper Flagg last night in preseason.
It was.
And an injury kind of cut that head-to-head matchup a little shorter than I think Ace Bailey would have liked as he headed to the bench. But
I saw that.
Everybody was looking forward to that first matchup. You had the number 1 pick and the number 5 pick. But if they were expecting any kind of, heroics or fireworks or sensational stuff, you're going to have to wait for the regular season because they didn't really battle it out on the court at all.
Yeah, I saw Andy Larson, who does a really good job up there in Salt Lake. He's for the Salt Lake Tribune. He's on the beat.
Yeah.
He had a quote from Will Hardy on Ace Bailey's injury. Quote, he's got some tendonitis in both knees.
Still growing?
It's nothing that we're overly concerned with. He's not going to be getting imaged or anything like that. It's just trying to take care of him. He was a little sore during his second stint. So, might be still growing. Might be some more length and wingspan for Ace coming.
Yeah, he came out like 3 minutes left in the first quarter.
Yeah.
And didn't come back in the game.
Yeah, I mean, we've kind of been teased by Ace Bailey a little bit. Summer League, he had that huge game and then sat out the whole Vegas Summer League. Now, preseason, he has this knee tendonitis where he's on the shelf again. I mean, these Jazz fans just got to be salivating for the opportunity to see this guy in a regular season game. I mean, I cannot wait. I know I'll be tuned into the season opener for the fact that Ace Bailey is hopefully going to be on the court. So hopefully this is nothing big.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine.
Yeah.
I think they were kind of just tracking it like you alluded to.
Yeah.
On the Maverick side, really not that eventful for Cooper Flagg. He scored 11 points on 3 of 13 from the field. He did collect 7 rebounds in the Mavericks win last night over the Jazz. Lowry Markkanen, Kyle Filipowski were both back. They've been limited through training camp. They hadn't played in the first 2 preseason games. They were back last night. So kind of, and then hoping to get Walker Kessler, who's got a shoulder they're giving some extra rest to, get him back soon. So the Jazz have not been at full strength. And we're not sure what to expect from the Jazz. We saw that brilliant performance from Ace Bailey, but I don't know, man. I mean, lowest win total in the entire NBA. The Jazz, they're not even predicted to win 20 games this year.
So 17.5, 18.5, normally the number.
Normally, I'm really cautiously optimistic with the Jazz. I always use that term. I have for years. I'm like, it's a new season. Come on, Utah. There is some optimism, but I'm very cautious. I don't expect a lot of wins this year for the Utah Jazz.
If you're looking for wins this year, then you're in the wrong market because that's not what they're going to produce.
No, you're looking for rebuild.
For development among the young players.
And that's what we had to look forward to last.
But they were playing a lot more vets last year. This year, they're truly playing the pups. This is a true rebuild year. Last year, they were still playing
and Walter Clayton.
They were
Jr.
still playing Lowry Markkanen a lot. They were still playing Collins a bunch. They were still playing Sexton and all these guys. Now those guys have all been shipped out of Utah for the most part, besides Lowry, and now it really is going to be the young kids show. So I think that there is stuff to be excited about if you're a Jazz fan. You may not win 20 games, but you might see pieces for the future, and I think Ace is one, maybe Walter Clayton's one, maybe Keontae. Like, we need to see more from Kessler. Like, a lot of these young players, we need to see more from.
Yeah. Yeah, look.
Cody Williams, I heard he did struggle in the preseason last night. So, like, I don't know. I mean, I think they just need more growth and development from these young players. They've invested all these high draft
They don't
picks
have
in.
much time to develop before the preseason ends. They have one more preseason game Thursday at the Delta Center, and then they get 5 days off, and then the season tips off October 22nd against the Clippers.
Yeah.
So here we go. I mean, the Jazz season is 8 days away.
Yeah.
From going to the regular season. One preseason game left. They don't have a lot of time. And look, you'd like to see a little bit more healthy preseason squad than what the Jazz are working with here, but you want them healthy for the regular season.
Yeah.
It's a long 82-game season.
Correct.
So
absolutely. I think one other thing from the game last night I'm seeing on Twitter everywhere is that the uniforms got great reception. They went back to the mountains looks.
Oh,
and it looks really good on the video. I'm looking at their white iteration, which they wore the other night or last night, and these are really clean. They're crisp. I think
got the purple mountains with the Utah. They're good.
They are good. It's kind of an homage to the past a little bit when the Stockton Malone era, but I like the new look for the Jazz.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. You gotta love it, baby.
Gotta love it, baby.
You gotta love it, baby. We'll see if the Jazz can, get something going against Portland. Get these young pups fast-tracked and be competitive this year. I think that's what I'm expecting. I just want them to be competitive. I don't want to tune into a Jazz game and see them getting blown out by 20 points every single night, Paulie.
Yeah.
Give me competitive, fiery, young, hungry basketball, and I'll stay locked in, even if they're not winning night in, night out.
So another one, like I just scanned on Twitter, and Jazz Lead, they put out a lot of good stuff. I think it's just a fan account, but they do a really good job. A lot of people aren't high on the Utah Jazz young core, but there is a reason to believe each one of these players has a shot at making it long-term in the NBA. Just need one of all these young players who can be a clear superstar. So they need one guy to step up, and I think that'll be Ace. And then the rest of them, Walker Kessler, I mean, I think he can round into form. Keontae, Cody Williams. I mean, there's pieces that I think are better than others.
Well, and I like Walter Clayton Jr.'s shooting ability. Like I loved what he did in the tournament. Like I was very impressed when the game was on the line, when he needed to make plays. He was Mr. Go-to for Florida, and he was incredible. I really
unlimited range for him.
I like that shooting element from that point guard position. I'm not saying he's going to be the next Steph Curry. I'm not going bananas here, but I like the draft pick late where they got him in the first round. I think it was a solid pick, and I think he's more mature, more NBA ready because he played college longer. Yeah. He's not an 18-year-old guy like they've been drafting. They bring in, I think he was 23 or 24 when they drafted him.
Older, yeah, for sure. And Filipowski, I feel like, in the second round, that's a steal. He's played really well for the Jazz in his early career.
If there was one of the young guys that I would say 100% is going to have a 12-plus year career, I might be tempted to say Filipowski.
Okay.
Before Ace Bailey got to town. And now you're thinking it's Bailey, right? He's got all the upside. He was supposed to be, Well,
I wanted the Wizards. I'm a Wizards fan, and I wanted the Wiz to get Ace Bailey. And I was talking about pre-draft. Everyone was saying all the Omar Cooper stuff, but players play. Like, all that management stuff, all the agent stuff, that he has no control of that. When he's on the court, he is a player. He is a baller. So I think Utah's got a legitimate 20-7 guy in year 3 or 4. Like, I think this year we'll see. I mean, there'll be some growing pains of being in the NBA in an 82-game season and the stamina that it takes to compete in all those games. And he'll have some bad nights, but I think Ace is going to average better than the first and second round Ricochet and Alex Sarr of last year. I mean, I think those guys are both pretty underwhelming as rookies. I think that Ace will be a much better rookie than those two picks of the last year.
I don't feel like there's a ton of excitement for the Jazz season, but I think it's still a week away.
Yeah.
I am already feeling the buzz of the Holy War this Saturday.
Yeah.
Got a little taste of that. Of course, I'm feeling the postseason love right now. I'm all in on my Mariners. Like, maybe I just haven't flipped the switch fully to basketball season yet.
That's right. I mean,
college football, the NFL, the MLB playoffs have been incredible.
And like I slant more towards college hoops when it comes to basketball. You know, I saw BYU, the preseason poll came out as we're on basketball.
I think it's gonna be exciting.
The AP poll came out for the basketball, and BYU's number 8.
Yeah,
preseason. Wow. So
they're getting the bands of love.
They're getting some love. Not only the bands, but Rob Wright. They got Richie Saunders back. I mean, they've got a nice little team for Kevin Young next year.
They did that. I guess they did that Midnight Mayhem thing the other night.
Or whatever,
I guess it was packed at the Marriott Center.
I bet. I mean, I think everyone wants their chance to see DeBanza, and so do I. I think I'm going to put in at least 3 or 4 requests, you know, throughout the year to try and make it to Provo to go see him, because he could be you know, a transcendent, like, superstar type player. So, and to be able to see him live, I know we went out to Utah Prep and we went to the dunk contest and saw just how good of an athlete he is, but I've never seen him in a game situation. So I would love to go to a game this year and see him play anybody, really.
Yeah. No question about it. All right, got to get to a timeout. We're rolling right along. Jazz Mavericks last night, not exactly the fireworks between Cooper Flagg and Ace Bailey that maybe people anticipated, but a lot of time for those rookies to battle it out in the Western Conference in the future. Get to break. Back in a flash. Show today brought to you by St. George Tent Shop. Get your windows tinted. Make your car cooler inside and look cooler on the outside. The best place in town to get your tent, St. George Tent Shop. Been doing it for years, and that's who I would go see if you get a new ride and you want to make it look really, really good. Like Paulie. Paulie takes his whip down there. You call it a whip, right, Paulie?
Yeah, that's it.
Whip. He takes the whip down for a tent job at St. George Tent Shop. I've had my tent done there on the truck. My wife's new car, we went and got it tinted down there. They do an incredible job. So go check them out. Skylar and the team down there at St. George Tent Shop. Also, our friends right there next to St. George Tent Shop, JC and the guys, unbelievable what they can do. He is one of the best in the country when it comes to permanent ceramic coating or anything to bring back your paint. He's like a master at that. Color Country Custom Coatings. He can help you protect your vehicle, bring back that ultimate finish on that old car. I got to get my boat in to see him because some of the paint from the back of the water just after 4 or 5 years is just starting to fade a little bit. He can bring that paint right back out, restore all that right now. He's still running a limited time deal, $400 off permanent ceramic coating, $400 off if you hit up JC at Color Country Custom Coating. 678-283-8124, or just look them up on the World Wide Web. Color Country Custom Coatings. We've got to take the break. Back in a flash. welcome back. It's the Fan Sports Network and The Drive. You know, we've got we're going to talk golf coming up here. We talked a little bit of golf yesterday, Paulie. We had Patrick Manning in studio. I saw Wyndham Clark has now joined the field for the Bank of Utah Championship. Wyndham Clark, big name. So yesterday, Patrick came by and told us, we've got Utah players, Zach Blair, Patrick Fishburne, Tommy Sharp's going to play. He announced on the show about the same time, I think the press release came out on the sponsor exemptions. And, you know, Patrick was big on, you know, got a committee and everything. They were all in line with what their vision is for those exemptions. Kihei Akina, BYU golfer, got one. Utah Tech golfer David Lickety, U.S. Amateur. He made a run in match play, had a great summer last year. Just got back off a mission. He's playing for Brad Sutterfield right here in town. So it's cool to have a Utah Tech trailblazer in the field. Connor Howe, another Utah native, and then Preston Summerhays. And Preston Summerhays is actually going to drop by the show tomorrow and join us on the show tomorrow. But Wyndham Clark, the latest to join the field. Jason Day, Brant Snedeker, Alex Norn, Maverick McNeely, Rasmus Højgaard, some of the bigger names. Now, Tony Finau, I don't think is going to play. I know he wanted to play last year, but he had a commitment with his son. It was the Ryder Cup thing, and he was, you know, caddying for his son in a big junior tournament. And then he pulled out of the tournament over there in Japan because of an ankle. He's got and I don't know if it's the same ankle he, you know, dislocated at the Masters when he hit the hole-in-one. Everybody remembers that, and he pops his ankle back in. I don't know if it's that same ankle or if it's the other one, but it sounds like he's taking it easy right now. Not a great season last year for Finau. I thought maybe we would see him in his, you know, home state of Utah, but it sounds like injury is not allowing him to play. It's kind of disappointing, to be honest with you, that we've had a PGA Tour event now. This will be the second year in a row, and Tony is not playing. Hey, family first. I get that. It's just unfortunate. I'm not saying he's not injured. I'm just saying it's really disappointing. It's unfortunate because I think a lot of people would like to see Tony Finau in the field. Yeah. And he's not. There's a lot of people like Tony Finau in the state of Utah.
They do,
Yeah, absolutely. So from here and
yeah. So, but Wyndham Clark, I've always, you know, enjoyed Wyndham Clark. I don't know. We'll see if he can play well and make it in Paulie's penthouse and win the Black Desert.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Didn't he wreck the locker room after the U.S. Open, get a little bit of trouble?
He's banned from.
He's not really banned.
I think they did
ban
ban him.
locker room. Yeah, the locker room. He can't use it anymore. I'm not sure if he can't play.
No, they made some. I think I saw a headline. They mended that fence.
He paid him off.
Yeah, he probably donated to their favorite charity at a golf course or something. Right. Yeah. Temper, Wyndham.
That's right. I mean, it was a pretty good little damage he did to that locker. I mean, it looked like he took the club and just bang. You know?
As we continue to get more names that join the field, October 23rd to the 26th, we will pass them along. But the latest, Wyndham Clark, going to be playing right here in St. George. So that excites me. That's a name that moved the needle for me. He's a major championship winner. So
yeah.
Wyndham Clark in the field. I love that. The other thing I want to get into for just a minute is it's not too early in the week to start hyping this Utah BYU game.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby.
This football game, big noon kickoff. Fox going to be there. It's going to be a madhouse. It's going to be a frenzy in Provo, Utah, for Utah and BYU. Biggest rivalry in the state, bar none. Everybody takes sides. You're going to see, a lot of Ute flags in the driveways. A lot of Cougar fans. You're going to see what are the little things they put on your car?
Your car, on your
roll up in the window and they hang there. You're going to start seeing
on your antenna. We're going to see a bunch of stuff.
You're going to be seeing a lot of Ute hats out this week. A lot of Cougars out this week. The jackets. It's cooling down. You're going to have a lot of the hoodies will make an appearance, especially in northern Utah.
Yeah.
It's Holy War. It's rivalry week, Paulie.
It is. It's a huge game.
And people always ask me, whose side are you on? And honestly, I have never taken a side in this rivalry game. Is that a big screw up on my part? Because I mean, we're in the media, right? Yeah. I just want both of our teams to be relevant, and they are so far this year.
They are.
aside from the one loss to Texas Tech, Utah had where they kind of no-showed and played poorly and turned the ball over left and right and lost to a good football team.
Not just a good team, a really
one
good
of the top 10 teams in the country.
Tech's good this year.
Yeah, probably going to be a playoff football team.
They are.
I mean, unless somebody else can dethrone them, they
I think Tech's winning the Big 12.
That's what I'm saying. That's where I was going.
Yeah.
They got. I mean, and you look at the books right now; they are the favorite.
Yeah, Dillingham. I actually bookmarked the tweet. Dillingham was talking about how Texas Tech's like all in as a program, like football. Like they committed $28 million in NIL money on their football roster. And that shows. And Lee talked about it in one of his hits with us. Maybe it was 2 weeks ago. The top 10 NIL schools, I think 7 of them are in the top 10 of the AP poll. So, I mean, if you spend, you're going to win. I mean, that's kind of evident in this era of college football.
Yeah, I mean.
And I think BYU has been a beneficiary of the NIL, to be honest. They have never recruited at the level that they have before the NIL.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
There's never been a Debanza. There's never been a Ryder Lions. There's never been these names that are coming to BYU before, in any era of BYU football or basketball. So the NIL has been a big factor for BYU's recruiting and success. So, and Utah too. I'm not saying Utah's the school or they're poor.
Utah was in the forefront of it all. They were giving everybody the Toyota Tundra trucks on their roster, to drive around while they're in school. Like they've been.
With the QR codes on the back and all that.
Cam Rising made plenty of money in college.
He did. And I think that Utah's one of the top NIL schools in the Big 12 too. So, but this will be a very fun matchup though, between BYU and Utah. Yeah. Utah currently a 3.5-point favorite. I don't understand that. I think this should be a pick'em game. BYU's at home. And they have played amazing in night games at home with that roar of the Cougar going. I mean, their home field advantage is very good. People always talk about Rice-Eccles Stadium, but Lavelle Edwards has quite the home crowd and home atmosphere, especially for a night game.
No question. It's going to be fun. Coming up, we got Coach Johnson, Dylan Winona, and then at 8:20, we are actually going to give away with our friends at New View Auto Glass. Stanton Davenport's going to come by, and they were doing a promotion to give somebody a chance to win some Holy War tickets. We're going to do that drawing live on the show about 8:20, 8:30 this morning. So that's going to be kind of fun.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
So we are going to be rocking and rolling, and we're going to have a ton of fun with that after we have some guests on the show. So that'll be coming up. But there's a lot of ways to break this game down. The number one place I go right to with this matchup, Paulie, is Bear Bachmeier versus Devin Dampier. The quarterback battle. You got an experienced guy. Talk about how great the freshman has been, but Dampier coming off a huge performance last week against a top 25 team where he threw it well. Yeah. Not a lot of incompletions, ran it well, like 10 yards a carry well for over 100 yards on the ground, and really kind of had that breakout performance. He takes a lot of momentum into this Holy War matchup. Now, this is the first Holy War for these two newcomers, Bear Bachmeier and Devin Dampier. I'm sure their teammates are getting them prepped for this week and this game on Saturday.
Yeah, I think BYU is going to be keying on Dampier. I mean, he's the leading rusher for the Utes as well at 378 yards rushing. And normally they have a Jaquindon Jackson, a Zach Moss, a good running back for Kyle Whittingham normally. Wayshawn Parker's going to be the guy that needs to step up for him in the running game. But, yeah, Dampier's been a dual threat to every level. I mean, he's been great. And Bachmeier, really good. I didn't expect this from him. He kind of had his worst game last week against Arizona, the 2-pick game, but they still found a way to win. I think the Utah's defense is going to pose a little bit of a problem for Bachmeier. That's just an early lean that I have.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ways you can look at this game and slice it and dice it. Who's got the better defense this year? That's something historically Utah's always had, and now BYU, you could argue, has the better defense.
That's right.
And look, they're the higher-ranked team. They're both in the top 25. It was interesting yesterday, too, because you have some media availability, front of the week. And Kalani was heaping the praise on Utah. He was complimenting the program and Dampier and the Utes, and he was just giving them praise. And Coach Whittingham declined to talk about BYU's team. He did talk about the rivalry as a whole.
He said he's a great friend and all that.
They are friends, yeah. But Coach didn't really want to get into all that.
Yeah.
So two different approaches
That's right.
to this game. I don't have a problem with either approach.
But the BYU defense, I mean, 69-0, 27-3, 34-13. But the last 3 weeks, 21 to Colorado, 24 to West Virginia, 27 to Arizona. So the defense showing a few chinks in the armor as of the last couple weeks.
All right, got to get to a break. When we come back, Coach Johnson, Dylan Winona, we're going to give away Holy War tickets. We got a lot coming up in hour number 2. Don't touch that dial. Yeah, welcome back, everybody. We are cruising. Big hour 2 coming your way here on the Fan Sports Network. And told you first hour, got some special guests joining us here in the Findlay Hyundai studio. We've got Coach Johnson, Crimson Cliff's head golf coach, joining us now on the hotline, and Dylan Winona, his star player and medalist and state champ, is going to join us in just a minute here in the studio. But Coach, good morning. Thanks for jumping on the show for the very first time. Congrats. I know you guys came up 2 shots short for the ultimate goal, but take me through last week up there at State Golf. You guys had a good showing nonetheless.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks. Nobody's called me special in a long time, so that gets my day off to a good start. Yeah, it was like I said to Richards in the paper, it was a bad beat. Just didn't work out our way, and right at the end, it was flipping back and forth the whole time. I was trying to keep my eyes off the leaderboard too, because the process is the process, and to their credit, they played so hard to the end. Nobody quits. Nobody ever stops, and at the end we added up and we were too short. So all my applause, all of my respect to the kids and their efforts.
Yeah, no question about it. You guys, I remember the very first golf tournament of the year at Coral Canyon. I think Desert Hills got you guys, and then you guys went on a run, Coach. When did it click? When did you know this team was a special team? Was it before the season even started, or was there a moment during the regular season where you're like, okay, we got something special here at Crimson on this golf team?
Interesting. I knew before the season started. I didn't quite know, obviously, how the other teams were going to, how well they're going to play. We were doing a preseason poll, and I was like, I really don't know. I just knew my team was going to be pretty good. And then when it clicked, when I knew, you're right, after Coral, we got beat. And Desert Hills plays there a lot, so it wasn't too concerning, and it wasn't a counting event in region. And so I wasn't too nervous. And then we went a couple, and I realized that we were pretty deep, and that's what made a difference. We had a couple freshmen that I hadn't really counted on giving much and gave a lot, and we had other develop some juniors, and so the team again is looking good for next year. Not to get ahead of myself, but yeah, it clicked once about midway through the season. I felt pretty confident going into each event that if we just did what we could do. I always tell the players, and they don't understand what I'm saying, and maybe I don't either, but it's not who plays the best that wins, it's the best player. And I kept telling them, you guys are the best players. You got the best players. Just do what you do, and it'll work out in the end.
And Coach, you mentioned your young players and your freshmen specifically. One of your top 4 scorers was freshman Jack Johnson. Talk about that guy, right, and how he's going to be a star for you for years to come. Wow, what an opportunity this young kid has. He's built like a skyscraper. He's got an attitude and a smile that never stops, and his work ethic right there. He doesn't have any fear. He's got the God-given blessing of just being young enough to have no fear and just swings away, makes putts, and is learning as he goes. That's to his credit. He learns every day and wants to learn more and digging in. So his future is bright.
Talk about your state medalist, Dylan Winona. Obviously, the scoring average this year, the wins speak for themselves. But we've got Dylan joining us here in studio. But I wanted to get your coach's take on the season he had.
Let me, if I could, I'll show you this part about when I don't know, it was very satisfying for me. After the state tournament, Dylan was being interviewed. He had won the individual medalist on the green, and the question was asked to him about bogeying 1, which was a pretty easy par 5, and bogeying 9, another easy par 5. So we put 2 6s on the card that just should be 4s or 5s. In the interview, the question was, how much did that shake you up or something? Did that really rattle? And Dylan was like, no. Didn't bother me at all. I knew I was in it fine. I knew what to do on the next one. That he said something like the shot just didn't work out. And my heart, the evolution of that kid it was complete in my mind. He's ready for the next level because of that comment right there. Nothing bugged him. He was ready to just hit the next shot. He could have made a 10. In fact, I watched him make an 8 early in the season. He came up on the next tee box. I'm ready for him to break a club over my head, and he starts laughing. He's like, I just made an 8. And I'm like, yeah, I saw it. And he's like, man, that's cool. And it goes on, like, birdies the next hole. So it's like the evolution of this kid's something else. He's pretty special.
Yeah, good stuff. We got to find him somewhere to play, Coach. Have you gotten colleges reaching out to you? We got to get this kid playing next level golf somewhere.
I would like to say I've done my due diligence that direction. I don't, maybe I'm not the best at it, but here's a platform where hopefully the coach listens. Just whoever picks this kid up is going to be happy. And you need to pay him to do it because he's worth it.
Yeah.
And so we got to find this kid a home. He's that good. He needs a chance.
100%. 100%. Coach Johnson, Crimson Cliffs golf coach, 2 shots shy of the team title, but Dylan Winona does take the individual medalist honors at the 4A state tournament last week up there at Lakeside. Was that a course that was good for us Region 9 golfers? I know we would have loved to have the host it down here in warmer southern Utah,
right.
but we're not used to that many pawns on a golf course down here in the desert.
That's right. I've been in golf and Utah golf for 40 years, and I've never played it. Couldn't believe it. I've never been there and loved it. The greens were spectacular. They were surfaces that we are not used to, and that goes for every other school too. It's not like we're at some disadvantage. Just it was a surface that not many schools are used to. I call them country club greens. They're just that fast. They're tour quality greens, and if you don't know what you're doing on those, it will expose you quickly. And as it turned out to be, a lot of kids were exposed, and I looked back and thought, dang, I wish I would have taught these kids how to putt on faster greens. So Lakeside was outstanding. The great host. We had good weather, thank goodness. The wind decided to make it interesting that second day, but what an outstanding venue. And, yeah, if we could lobby for it down here, somewhere little, maybe Black Desert or Entrada, that'd be great.
Yeah. I think last time I was down here was 3 or 4 years ago. It was Sky Mountain. It was the last time.
Right.
It was Dylan's freshman year at Sky Mountain was the last time it's been down here in St. George. So it's
right.
about our turn to have another one down here. That's right. Coach, hey, we're going to chat with Dylan, but thanks for jumping on with us. We've been keeping tabs on your team all year. Congrats on a great season. Look forward to what you guys can do next year.
Thanks, Coach.
Hey, appreciate you guys. Thank you much. Appreciate it.
All right, that's Coach there, and Dylan now joining us here in studio. And Dylan, as you're hearing Coach talk about those greens, you kind of mouthed, "Hey, they were fast." But I've been following you. You played on fast greens before. Obviously, it didn't slow you down a bit as you shot 8 under and won the state tournament. Take me through those first 2 days. I mean, got off with a good start that day one, shooting 6 down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The first day was, everything was just dropping, really. My wedges were good. I was hitting my shots. I was playing good golf. And the second day, it was a little more windy. I started off with a bogey on the first hole, which is an easy par 5, which I don't know what happened there.
It happens. It's golf.
Oh, yeah, it happens. But
Paulie would take a bogey any day of the week and twice on Sunday.
I'd take a triple.
He'd take the snowman. That'd be a win.
But, that second day, after that bogey, I just felt really comfortable, and the wedges were really working that second day and giving myself good looks at birdie, and I just kind of kept it steady and even because the wind started to pick up, and I knew if I just kept it nice, easy, relaxed, it was going to be a good day.
Was it the short game that you would attribute the win to? Was it the wedges, the putter, or obviously you had to hit it good tee to green if you're going to win the state tournament? You had to do everything pretty good.
Yeah. I would say the wedges are kind of what won me the game because it's a really short course and you hit a lot of wedges into those greens, and it really helped me, get that win.
Yeah, Dylan, take me through the par 5, the 12th hole that you got an eagle on the first day. What was the feeling? Just take me through that hole to shoot an eagle on a par 5 in a state tournament. That's got to be an adrenaline pump moment.
Oh yeah, I'll take you through it. So my first tee shot almost hit it out of bounds. It was good. It was a little bit windy, but almost hit it out of bounds. But I found it, had a good look at it. Then I hit a good approach shot right to where I wanted to miss. Just a little bit right of the green. And I had a nice, easy chip, and I said, I could get this pretty close. And when it dropped, I felt the electricity kind of jolt through my body real quick.
Absolutely.
And I was excited for the last couple of holes because there's a a 3-hole stretch right there, and that par 5 is in it. And I knew that since I went birdie eagle the first 2 holes, I was like, this could be a good round. And I finished 6 under that day.
Amazing.
Dylan Winona hanging out with us. What's it like this year out there in region? A lot of good golfers. We got everybody up to state except for Snow Canyon, and we still got 4 individuals from Snow Canyon. So the depth of the region was really good this year.
Yeah, I honestly I was a little nervous at the beginning of the year after that first tournament. I knew I had to play good the rest of the season if I wanted to have a chance at individual region. But there's a lot of great players like Maverick Rhodes, William Andrus, Amit Allred, Luke Brown. All those guys are really good golfers, and it was fun to play against them. It gave me a shot.
You've played so many big tournaments. What are the nerves like at a high school state tournament your senior year versus, some of the other big tournaments you've played around the country on the junior circuit? Similar?
I wouldn't say so. Honestly, that state tournament, I didn't feel an ounce of nerve.
Wow.
I felt like in my spot, I felt like I was meant to be there for a reason, and I felt the most comfortable I ever
And it's probably because you've played these other big tournaments, right? You've been to Pinehurst and played big junior world tournaments, and man, I can't even keep up with all the tournaments you've been playing over the course of your career. You've been playing golf since you were like this.
Yeah.
I remember going to Vegas with my son, and we'd be down there on a U.S. Kids tour, and the only other person we'd see from St. George was Dylan Winona's dad down there. We'd always bump into you down in Vegas.
Yeah, I've been playing golf since I was 5, so 13 years. But a lot of that has contributed. Like a lot of people, I feel like don't really see that is what goes into what's happening now. It's kind of built my nerves. It's kind of got me to where I am.
How nice was it having guys like Boston Bracken and some of those other good players that were at Crimson when they were winning state championship? You kind of watch those guys, and now you're the leader, and you're kind of in their shoes, and you do it, and you get the job done your senior year. Over the weekend, did you sit back and reflect and go, wow, I just accomplished something pretty cool that I'll remember forever?
Yeah, it was amazing to have those guys my first 2 years. I learned a lot from Lincoln, and Boston helped me out.
Yeah.
And actually, Boston texted me this last Friday, I think it was, and he congratulated me, and I said, hey, thanks, but you got to get that dirty 30 done.
I've seen some of the videos on that.
Yeah, they have to make like a 4-footer or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of cool to see a text from him, and he's a great golfer, and hope Is Lincoln still on a mission?
I think he's still out on a mission. Yeah. I think he's got another year or so.
I think that sounds right.
Next spring, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, Lincoln was really awesome to me when he was on the team. But now, as the guy on the team, I wanted to incorporate everybody. I wanted to build a team, and it's kind of sad we didn't get it done as a team. I did almost everything I could, but yeah, it's a great team, great environment. I was happy to play alongside everybody on that team.
65 in the first round, 69 in the second round. He is your 4A state champion golfer, Dylan Winona, hanging out with us. It was his best finish at state since he tied for 7th as a freshman at Sky Mountain Golf Course. I remember that tournament. That was my son's senior year, and you had a good tournament. Your sophomore and junior year, though, didn't do as well at state, so this had to be really rewarding for you to come back and win the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't know really what happened sophomore, junior
It's golf.
year. Yeah, I know. It just kind of happens, but yeah, it was kind of rough, but I'm happy to see that I improved from the last 2 previous years.
What favorite moment of the season? I mean, obviously the icing on the cake was up at Lakeside winning state, but there was some other great performances along the run. I mean, you had some great individual wins. You went silly low at a couple different courses.
Yeah, probably my favorite moment, Sand Hollow. Shot 62, 10 under.
And weren't you like 8 under through your first 9 holes?
I shot 29 on the front 9. Whew. And I started on 1, but I started out eagle to on those 2 par 4s, and
wow,
yeah, I knocked it to 5 feet on the first hole, made that for eagle, and then I holed out from 60 yards.
Wow.
And then I almost made eagle on the par 5, but
That would have been one heck of a start.
Yeah.
You're thinking 59 watches in effect.
Yeah. I actually bogeyed a par 5 too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
9?
No, hole 3.
Oh, 3.
Yeah,
The
on my second
loop?
9. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got you got to be careful. Where was the pin that day? Was it in the back?
It was back middle.
Oh.
And it was like kind of right on that drop off.
Yeah.
To the bunker. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're talking about the links at Sand Hollow.
Yeah.
62. I mean, I dream about shooting 62, but to actually go do it in a high school tournament in his senior season, pretty cool. I do have one good memory, though. My daughter's senior year, she got a hole-in-one at Sand Hollow in her last region golf tournament.
Wow.
So that was kind of nice. Mm-hmm. So we've got something in common there, because I was tracking you around, and I saw your dad's post, and I was like, holy cow. We kind of alluded to it with Coach, but and I've talked to your dad a little bit about it. I know some coaches have interest, but you have not committed to play anywhere yet. But that is a goal of yours. You want to play college golf.
Yes, I would really love to play college golf. I'm keeping my mind open for everybody, but I haven't got any offers, or I've been emailing coaches and they've been emailing me back. But my mind's really open right now, and I would love to go.
Yeah, I gotta believe that after this weekend, some people are like, okay, this kid can do it. He just won a state championship in Utah with this a competitive field. I mean, my goodness. Yeah. And he shot 65 and 69, 8 under par.
Yeah, you're gonna be getting some phone calls.
Yeah, hopefully.
They're coming.
Yeah. What's a dream school? Where would you like to go?
I don't really have a dream school.
Just want to play golf.
I just want to play golf.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for, just golf.
I love it. I love it. Dylan Winona, everybody, 4A state champ. Congrats. Cover's not bare. The guys will be back next year. You got a young team and some other talented players coming up through at Crimson Cliffs.
Yeah, I'm really excited for mostly Will Millen and Jack Johnson. Those guys are going to be really good next year.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be fun. Great year, Dylan. Thanks for hopping on the show with us, and congrats. And we'll keep tabs on you, and look forward to seeing you play college golf somewhere, hopefully close by and soon.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
All right, we got to get to a timeout. Lots more coming up on the Fan Sports Network. We're going to give away some Holy War tickets when we come back. He's only been the coach for, I think this was just his second season, so he's been around golf his whole life, but only second year as head coach of the Mustangs. And then Dylan Winona, the senior, your State 4A champ, dropping by the studio. That was a lot of fun. If you missed any of that, we'll get that out on our socials, and you can go back and hear from Dylan Winona. And I hope a college coach is listening. Sutterfield, Coach Church, anybody listening in St. George, Cedar City, give this kid a look. I know he's been talking with both those coaches, so we'll see. I am very confident that Dylan Winona will be playing next level college golf somewhere real soon. Speaking of college, we got a big game this Saturday, huh, Paulie?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, it's the Holy War. 2 ranked teams, 1 loss between the 2 of them. That was that Texas Tech loss for Utah, BYU, that overtime win after the lengthy delay down in the desert. Yeah. And they are undefeated. Big Noon is going to be in Provo, all the pageantry. I mean, when Big Noon was in Salt Lake, they showed out.
Yeah.
I got to believe Provo's going to try to one-up, Salt Lake a couple weeks ago.
Absolutely.
And with Utah and BYU fans, it should be really well attended. Where is Portnoy going to get his pizza at in Provo, though?
Right? I think he's already gone to Pie Hole in Salt Lake City, so he's making the rounds, finding the good spots for a pie in Salt Lake and Provo area.
Yeah, I'm trying to... I don't even know where you get good pizza in Provo.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he'll find something.
He normally tweets it out and asks for recommendations normally. So
yeah, maybe Stanton knows. You had a good pizza in Provo before, Stanton?
Not in Provo.
Stanton from New View Auto Glass here. He's been running a Holy War ticket giveaway, and we're actually going to draw for these tickets. You had to, it was kind of a specific thing to get registered. You had to get a windshield replaced and file an insurance claim with the New View Auto Glass, and we've got a few people in the drawing that have done that in the last month, and we're going to announce who's going to the game on Saturday. It should be well attended. This is a hot ticket. There's not a hotter ticket in the state this week.
Yeah, I've seen ticket prices over $800 just for uppers, high up,
just to get in the building,
just to get in. So this is an amazing giveaway here.
Stanton, hopefully we got those tickets early. You didn't pay $800 for these tickets, did you?
Not quite 800, but pretty close.
Did you? But did you get them early? You got them months ago, right?
Yeah, about a month ago.
Okay. Well, we didn't know both teams were going to be
ranked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't know Big Noon was coming.
Yeah.
Right.
Night game, great environment set for this game. So it's going to be
amazing. You have to be up early with the pregame show, and then what are you going to do all day between
tailgate, buddy? It's college football, baby.
Yeah.
It's BYU. Though.
I know.
So.
That's true.
The dry campus.
You're right.
Maybe go golfing and then come back to the game.
So
I'm sure they'll still be tailgating though.
It'll be drive up to Park City and do the what's the Alpine
slide? Yeah.
Maybe go look at the leaves.
Maybe.
Paul, you could walk up to the Y on the hill.
That's right. I could.
That would probably take you between the 10 o'clock. You could be back by kickoff.
Like 7 hours or something.
What do you do in Provo if you have to kill time before a football game, a night game?
I don't know. Never been to a football game in Provo, so.
I've been to a game. I've just never actually been to the Holy War game. Stan, have you been to the Holy War?
Haven't been yet.
No. I think a lot of people have been to a Utah game, a BYU game, both. A lot of people have been to the rivalry game. Usually I'm working another game, and it's just hard to get up during the high school and college season.
Sure.
Either Utah Tech or SUU or high school games get in the way of that game.
Yeah.
It's actually a bye week for Utah Tech this weekend, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there might be a lot of people from St. George going up to the game, and we're going to give away another pair right now. So if you didn't have plans, you better get ready to make plans. All right, Stanton's got a little spinning wheel. He's going to do the spinning wheel. Take us through the drawing, Stanton.
All right, let's see who wins today.
Let's do the.
There's your. Oh.
All right, our winner is Ronald Dale.
Oh,
Ronald
Dale.
Big winner for Ronald.
Yeah.
Going to He's one of the best game all year in the state of Utah.
Lucky.
Yeah, I'm a little jealous myself.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, it's going to be a crazy environment.
Amazing.
It's going to be a crazy environment.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations to Ronald.
Yes.
Ronald is our winner. And a lot of fun. A New View Auto Glass, if you get your window chipped, like you're driving along the freeway and the old 18-wheeler spits a rock and you crack your window. I've had to go into New View a number of times over the years. And if you go in right when it gets cracked, you can usually fill it and prevent the whole spider glass
spread.
Yeah. But if you wait, A day or two, you're replacing
over.
the whole windshield. Yeah, but they do the fills. They got you covered. Do great work here in St. George. Stanton just took over for old Dave Eichelberger, who retired not too long ago. And fun. Dave never gave away Holy War tickets, Dave. You're setting the bar high, my friend. Your customers are loving that. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a really fun contest for us. Being a huge fan of college football myself, it's been super exciting to give away these tickets.
Yeah, good stuff. Thanks for doing it live
One
with
more
us.
quick one. Who you got in the game?
Ooh.
Yeah, who you got?
Now, earlier on the show, I heard Devin say he's not partial to any team. I am partial.
Oh, you're
I
partial.
got to support my Utes.
Oh, there you
Okay.
go. All right. He's going with the Utes on the road. I lean that way, too. I'm with Stan.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I didn't go to either university.
Yeah, me neither.
My dad did attend BYU.
Yeah.
For the record.
You were rising and shouting as a kid. He'd wake you up with that song,
I used to
right?
hate that fight song. Rise and shout. It's time to get up and change water at 5 a.m. That's how that song. If you don't play that song, it brings back just.
I've played it before. It actually does cause some PTSD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, the hand line's got to get up. I just went to bed.
Yeah.
Oh, that was many moons ago. But no, I just want to see a good game. I want to see a competitive game.
Sure.
I want to see both of our teams be relevant. I'd like to see the winner of this game make it to the college football playoffs. That's what I'm hoping for. Is
least the
whoever
Big 12
wins this
title
game gets this statement, gets momentum, and at least could get to the Big 12 title game and get a shot.
Yeah, a shot. That's
at
what
the
you
playoffs.
want. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see. A lot riding on this game.
Big game.
All right.
Big game.
So we got our winner, Mr. Dale, Ronald Dale, correct?
Yep, Ronald Dale.
He's feeling good.
Big winner.
Woke up a winner on a Tuesday
Yeah,
morning.
that's right. You look at Ticketmaster and you're a bigger winner than you even know, Ronald. So
Right?
Tough ticket to get.
Tough ticket.
And
Tough.
You just got him.
Lowers are over $1,000 now, like
Wow.
down towards the field.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah. Paulie, you're not going. You can't afford to go.
I'm not going.
You can't afford to go, Paulie.
Long story short, I'm not going.
Should have got a windshield.
That's right.
You should have fixed your
Yeah.
windshield. Even
That's
if your
right.
windshield wasn't broken, you should have just put a new one on.
I should have
Just
just taken
break
a
it.
sledgehammer to it and gotten a
You
new
got
one.
insurance on that-
Yeah,
on that
I do.
whip?
I got insurance.
On the whip. Paulie calls his car a whip. I've
That's
never
right.
never heard that until I met Paulie.
Okay.
It must be a East
Coast,
Coast
I don't
slang.
know. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I don't know.
There's literally a song about it. We roll tight whips every day.
See, I must have missed that lyric in lyric class.
He missed it.
Yeah,
I mean,
didn't catch that one.
It wasn't on his bingo
Stanton,
card.
thanks for coming in, man.
Thanks for having us in
Thanks
today.
for giving away Holy War tickets on the Fan Sports Network. If you need anything with your windshield, go see a New View Auto Glass and look for more contests down the road. We got to take a break. Back in a flash. It's The Drive. Hey, we are back. It's a drive brought to you today by a lot of great partners. We have so many. We love our show sponsors. Coral Canyon Golf Course, Prime IV, of course, our friends at Wilkinson's, Game Day Men's Health, St. George Tent Shop, and JC over there at Color Country Custom Coatings. Jimmy John's, our highlight of the week. We're rocking, I don't know, 20,000 views on that JV touchdown in the Dixie Desert Hills game.
Yeah, I like that.
A local highlight. Tied 21-21 under a minute to go. Deep touchdown. Those are the type of videos I get excited about. The ones that we don't see unless we get them submitted from, a fan or a parent or a coach.
Yeah.
We're starting to really get some good submissions where it's actually, we've got to the point where we've almost putting out 2 highlights a week. Usually we'll put out one from the high school games that we're out covering because we're doing, usually every week we've been doing 2 games, double headers. And then we're putting another one out that's a submission. And I'm running out of Jimmy John's cards. If we choose your video, we give you $100 to Jimmy John's.
Yeah, that goes a long way.
Yeah, lunch for a week at Jimmy John's, at least for Paul. You could make that last.
I could do a few of their slims.
Yeah.
I like
you
the
could
slims.
You could stretch that out a month, maybe twice a week for a month. And
absolutely.
You could probably eat pretty good.
That's right. A lot of good options there.
We love our sponsors. Finley Hyundai, our studio sponsor. They got 0% on the 2025 Tucson. You can get as low as 4.9% on that brand new Palisade. They got a new body style, a ton of tech, 7-passenger. Those things are beautiful. They now have a Palisade hybrid model as well, so go check them out. And, of course, we appreciate Zag. The Zag picks of the week. We got a grade because we had the games last night on there, and we will get the new picks out for you after the show here mid-morning on the website. So if you've been playing every week, the new picks will be out today, and we'll announce and reach out to our winners. Remember, the more you play, the better chance you have to win. Top 3 get prizes every week. If you win the week, you go in the playoff pickoff at the end of the year. So play every week. It's really easy. Quick to play. I didn't have any high school games last week, so we had 5 college games and 5 NFL games on the Zag Picks of the Week, and it was a tough week. It was some tough games.
Absolutely.
A couple upsets last night, too.
Right? Big ones.
Some upset city across college and pro. Somebody goes 8 out of 10, they might win it this week. That was a tough slate. There was some surprises, to say the least. And let me finish my thought on Kabuto. If you're a student, college student, high school student, they have 11 to 3 o'clock. They have student specials. And so you can get a little comfort food, a little thinking cap food over there at Kabuto Sushi and Ramen Bar. Very affordable for students. So keep that in mind. A great place to take clients for lunch. Great place to take your wife out on a date. We've all been to Kabuto. We love Kabuto.
Oh, you guys have.
You haven't been there.
No, we were promised a Kabuto outing one Friday.
We will go.
It just never happened.
We
it never
will go.
materialized, as they
I've
say.
got to build the hype for you so that we
get me salivating for the sushi. They got great stuff over there. I know.
We will get you to Kabuto sooner rather.
right.
The month of October,
we collect on that.
We will get you to Kabuto. You have to try it, Paulie. I know. I'm telling you what. There is one thing on that menu that I have been craving.
Okay.
And I'd never had it before until I went to Kabuto.
Like black pepper.
No. The ramen, the black pepper.
Okay, you've said that before.
The cracked pepper garlic ramen is really good.
Okay.
What's
the go-to or the sleeper
They
here?
have a deep fried cheesecake dessert.
Oh, okay.
And I had never had one, and I love cheesecake.
Yeah.
I'm a big cheesecake guy.
Sure.
And I had to try it, and I ate every drop of it. It was devoured. Like, it was a top 5 dessert I've ever had.
Yeah.
And I love creme brulee, and I love tiramisu, and I love any kind of Marionberry cobbler, peach cobbler. I love cobblers. But this deep fried cheesecake was better than the Cheesecake Factory. It was so good. So now I got you salivating, Paulie.
Yeah, you got me going.
I got you going.
I'm not a big a dessert guy, honestly. I'm more of just like the main course guy. So I'd probably just stick to the sushi.
Well, I don't always do dessert.
Okay.
I just happen to want to try that.
Kind of wanted to try it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
Hey, mark your calendar for the Fan Sports Network joining in with the Finley Automotive Trunk or Treat Halloween. We will be broadcasting live from 2 to 4. Then we're going to be going off to do some high school football games that night. We're going to have football on Halloween. Paulie, you're not going to be able to trick or treat.
That's right.
With the kids this year. You're going to have to work.
That's right.
But it's from 2 to 4 at the Findlay Subaru, Kia, and Volkswagen lots over there on Sunland Drive. It's the community Findlay Auto Trunk or Treat. We're gonna have Coney's gonna be there, the fan's gonna be there, Juan's gonna be there, and I believe the Hawk. Let's see. Planet will be there. Planet will be there too. We're gonna have a bunch of our stations over there for that trunk or treat. It's always 700-800 kids. It's a great event. They've really done a good job building that up over the years. Again, Halloween, October 31st, from 2 to 4 o'clock. Trunk or treat at Findlay Auto. All right, Paulie's got a couple top tweets.
Yeah, I do. I'm ready to go.
I have no idea what you've got in store for our listeners here. This is going to be a treat for us.
That's right. Yeah, I'm ready to go here. Let's go with Seth Engel on Twitter.
Okay.
To start this one off, update everyone on the Penn State situation. Penn State will likely take a crack at a potential splash hire, Signetti, Dillingham, but this really feels like Matt Rule's job to lose. State College native, Penn State alum, strong track record, helped turn around Temple with Pat Kraft, which Temple is very close in proximity to Penn State. Of course, the Baylor rebuild. And Dylan Raiola has another year, could potentially follow Matt Rule to Penn State. So that's an interesting thought. You know, you were kind of a Matt Rule as a candidate guy.
I like that. Just think you didn't think it was a sexy enough hire.
Like I said in the beginning of his tweet, take a crack at a potential splash. They need a splash.
You don't think that's a big enough splash?
You
didn't think that was a big enough splash
Rule's
yesterday.
Not sexy enough, but to me. But I think Signetti would be the home run hire here. I don't know if they're going to be able to lure him away, but because he's got such a good thing going in Indiana, it's really interesting to see. But so that's an interesting tweet. They might go the Rule route. He's got a lot of ties to Penn State. And, of course, Raiola, his quarterback at Nebraska, has another year to play. So, all right, let's move to another one. This comes from Underdog. At Underdog, it's a fantasy football outfit. Zach Charbonnet ranks dead last and yards per carry among qualified rushers, 2.6 yards per carry. He has led the backfield in carries across the last 2 weeks. They say, free Kenneth Walker, your boy, the canine. He's not getting many carries right now. So, Underdog Fantasy, Kenneth Walker needs more carries. Charbonnet is having a tough go of it as of now. All right, let's move to this one from JPA Football. Jay Asiri Football on Twitter, trending. Geno Smith says he's having a lot of bad luck this season. Quote, I told coach that I needed to jump in a lake or ocean or something. It's a lot of bad luck stuff happening to me, but I'm in control of that. Geno leading the NFL in interceptions thus far. Noted my guy. I went to school with this guy at West Virginia. He's fallen upon hard times this year. Geno's not having his best year, but he says, at least the quote, he thinks he's having some bad luck. So,
yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of creating your own luck when you're. A couple of them were batted and tipped or dropped, but those all are not on Geno. I certainly understand that there's a little bit of, route running and receivers have a part in that. Offensive line could give him a little bit more time. There's a lot of things that go into that. I don't think Geno, I'm going to go out on a limb here. I don't think Geno will lead the league in interceptions by the end of the season. I think he can clean that up.
Okay.
Just because you have a bunch early, he's going to be a little bit more cautious.
Pretty accurate.
But he's a gunslinger. He's always been one of the league leaders. When he's in Seattle, he was averaging like 74 completion percentage.
Yeah.
He was
He's
leading the
always good at
league,
that.
I think, 2 of the last 3 years in that category.
So it's kind of startling to see him have these interceptions, especially for Raiders fans. Tara's, of course, a Raiders fan. The Raiders fans in the St. George area, we have quite a bit. So I'm sure that they thought they were getting more than they're getting right now from Geno. I thought he was going to be better. I was saying in the offseason, the Raiders were one of my most improved teams. We're going to make a big win jump. It doesn't appear that's going to happen through the first 5 weeks of the season.
Yeah.
But it's still a lot of time to go. So, that's an interesting one from JPA Football. All right, let's move to the next one here. Brett McMurphy, at Brett McMurphy
Action
on
Network.
Twitter, and he is America's college football insider with On3 Sports now. He's moved over.
He moved over. He left the Action Network.
Must have got a little more cash. So is Indiana headed to the national title game? Oregon's only losses since 2023 were to teams that played for the national title. Washington in 2023, Ohio State in 2024. is this a crystal ball moment maybe for Indiana that they just had their best game? They just beat Oregon on the road. They Fernando Mendoza was a masterclass of quarterback play. Their defense was swarming, tenacious, ferocious, and they were just better than Oregon, honestly. So that could be a good little crystal ball thing from Brett McMurphy. I'm going to keep this one pinned for a while.
Yeah.
Because Indiana could, if this trend works out, Washington in 2023, Ohio State in 2024, it could be Indiana in 2025. All right. This one was interesting. I alluded to this a little earlier about Texas Tech reportedly spent $28 million, and this comes from Blake Neiman on Twitter, sports broadcaster, storyteller, and content creator for Fox 10 in Phoenix. He says, Texas Tech reportedly spent $28 million in NIL money on its football roster this season. Kenny Dillingham says they are all in as a football program. I asked him what all in looks like at ASU and how the Sun Devils are close to that. Here's enlightening response. And this is from Kenny Dillingham at the pregame or the weekly presser.
Yeah, I mean, I think all in is constantly changing. I think all in is saying wherever, the top end is, we're gonna get there. I think so. Whatever it takes, I guess, is all in, and that number's changing, and that's what all in is constantly changing. It's like the person in seat 1 goes all in, and the other person's like, I like my hand too. I'm all in. Another $100 in there. Third person's like, you know what? I like my hand too. Or $100 in there. Like, I'm all in. All in's changing. So I think in college football right now, all in is constantly changing. So where are we from that? It's a moving target. And you got to be willing to adapt and move and do what's necessary to hit all in. And them as a program, they're definitely all in, from their facilities to Coach McGuire, his staff, the team they've put together. They've done a phenomenal job, and their program's all in. And you can see the results. And like I said, I'm excited. This should be a fun game, fun environment, and I'm ready to rock.
Yeah. I like Kenny Dillingham.
I do, and that's a very thought-provoking response from him.
He's not wrong.
He gives you the example and kind of the rhetorical or the theoretical of the poker game. Everybody's going all in with different amounts, and that is a very realistic screenshot of what college football is right now.
Yeah.
So
everybody's creating their own budgets.
Another thing I take from that: adapt or die. Adapt or die.
Well,
Become a Mike Gundy. A Mike Gundy. Be ushered out of your school after 25 whatever years there. He couldn't adapt. Just kept losing, so he lost his job, So that's going to happen. But Dillingham, one of these young up-and-comers, kind of a wonderkin kind of coach, was Lanning's OC at Oregon, gets this job as the youngest coach in the Big 12.
And he's adapting. And he's thinking, and he understands, and he's going to recruit. And he's got ASU in a good spot.
Yeah.
He has done a really good job really quickly with the Sun Devil program.
He has.
Can they beat Texas Tech? I have my doubts.
Oh, yeah. If Leavitt doesn't play, I'm worried about him. We saw Blake Sims against Utah. This only scored 10 points. So,
and Utes at home, their defense is really good, but so is Texas Tech's defense. We saw what they did to Utah.
Yeah, that's right.
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And so what's the number in that? I'm guessing Sun Devils are 8.5-point dogs at least.
I think it'd probably be somewhere in that vicinity. But
I haven't looked at the line yet.
Me neither.
Just taking a flyer lie on that one.
Be kind of
flyer guess quick on that one.
Yeah, I think it'd be 6, 7, maybe 8. All right, we got one more, and then we'll wrap it up.
Let's go.
This comes from Bleacher Report Betting. There is a new standalone MVP favorite, and as we look at the board, it is none other than on the 3-3 Kansas City Chiefs. Mr. Patrick Mahomes at plus 185, Josh Allen plus 260, Mayfield, who is now my favorite to win the MVP. I think Mayfield, this is the storybook season. I think he's going to win the MVP.
He's played great.
He's at plus 350. And then there's the big cataclysmic drop-off, Matthew Stafford plus 1,600. So the three favorites to win the MVP according to DraftKings are Patrick Mahomes at plus 185, Josh Allen plus 260, and the man with all the moxie, Baker Mayfield plus 350.
And there's a big movement right now. There seems like there's a push, and it's not just Tampa fans. I think
there's a narrative.
A lot of
people talking him up.
The announcers at the major networks are loving what Baker Mayfield is doing right now.
I see a Baker Mayfield article just strolling. It's ESPN, Larry Brown Sports, just my normal rounds of websites. There's Baker Mayfield write-ups every week.
Because you look at the backstory and you look at where he went.
Oh, yeah.
And you look at how tough
he was
it was
on the couch.
Yeah.
After the Carolina Panthers, Baker Mayfield was on a couch waiting for a call.
Yeah.
And
now he ends up with the Rams.
Now
for
he's an MVP favorite. And how times can change.
Yeah, and he's playing great.
He is.
He's playing great. I'd go to fight with that guy. I mean, and the way that he gets up for games, his teammates are following his example.
Oh, yeah.
How fiery he is. I mean, that's the guy you want to go to battle with.
I wish we could play the video.
I
think he cusses a few times.
He does, yeah.
He gets into it with that Seahawks fan and then keeps the receipts and finds them later.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Well, look, that's what goes on in NFL stadiums.
That's right.
I mean, when you're on the road, it's you and your teammates, and you're gonna. People are trying to get in your head.
Yeah.
And it almost was a negative effect. The Seahawks lost that game 38-35.
And Baker probably had his best game of the season.
Yeah, him and Sam Darnold. That's probably the best head-to-head quarterback play we've seen in the entire NFL.
Quarterback or 2 4-touchdown games from both quarterbacks.
Yeah.
We didn't see 2 quarterbacks on the same field this weekend do what they did 2 weeks ago.
No.
No, I don't think so.
No.
I was scanning the memory bank real quick.
Yeah. Good stuff. Got to get to a final break. Show today brought to you by Game Day Men's Health. Get your T tested. It's free. Results back in 15 minutes. Game Day Men's Health. Helping guys out there. Man cave environment. Look and feel your best at Game Day Men's Health. We'll be back in a flash. Welcome back, everybody. It's The Drive. Greetings from the Finley Hyundai Studios. Devin, Pauly, TA hanging out with you on a Tuesday morning. Fun show today.
Yeah.
Fun show today. We had Dylan Winona, Coach Johnson, Crimson Cliffs. That was fun, catching up with the 4A state champ.
Dylan was great.
Crimson
Coach was great.
Takes second as a team, 2 shots shy. I mean, that had to be stressful, that final round. You're looking at the live leaderboard, and you're within 2 shots there. You're trying to win that state championship, and you come up a little bit short. But there was still some celebrating because Dylan was your individual state champ. We've talked a lot of Holy War today. We gave away some tickets on the show. Stanton came in from a New View Auto Glass. We gave away Holy War tickets. Ronald wins the tickets. So he'll be heading up to number 15 BYU, taking on number 23 Utah. It's your 6 o'clock Fox showcase game. Big noon kickoff will be there in Provo. It's going to be action-packed.
Be your Gus Johnson, Joel Clack game. That's awesome. I mean, I love those guys.
Gus Johnson's
He has the
so
most
good.
fun. Of any broadcaster I've ever heard in my life, there's no one that has more fun than Gus Johnson.
And that's what I love. I've said for years, like, if I have fun talking sports, hopefully people have fun listening. And I think Gus kind of lives by that same rule.
Yeah.
And people like listening to him because he's fun.
Awesome. Yeah. And Klatt does really well with him. They have really good synergy on the broadcast. So I think that's going to be.
And look,
if you can't go, like, which a lot of people aren't going to be able to make that trip,
expensive
the pricey tickets. But if you're not able to go, just know that you'll be tuned into a very good broadcast. So
yeah, that'll be fun. And we're getting into the bubble watch. Like, we're getting into the middle of the season in college football where games matter.
They're going to start doing the playoff release shows here soon.
Yep. Everybody's starting to talk about who's potentially in, who's potentially out, who's got work to do. And this Utah BYU game has I can't put it any other way, but there are playoff implications.
Ramifications for sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
Which makes it that much better as a rivalry game.
Absolutely. It's
more at stake.
Yeah, more at stake. It's
we're playing this game early in the year. You know, remember when the Holy War was always late
November game,
last game
near
of the year,
Thanksgiving
a lot of time.
or whatever. Yeah. So this is a good time period for it. Plan it right in the middle of the season. Give us anticipation. Let there be build up, but not make us wait till the very end of the year. I like how they've put this game right in the thick of the conference schedule.
Love it. We got more Holy War talk coming up. We got some guests planned for later in the week. Some of the beat guys from Utah and BYU that'll be joining us on the program. We're going to be covering this game from every angle. Utah Tech's on a bye. SUU is back in action this weekend. It's a loaded slate. Just a reminder, our Zag picks of the week. If you thought you did really good last week, we will grade those out this morning. We will get the new picks up on the website, so check back on the website here in about an hour or two, and we will get those picks up so you can make your picks for this weekend. We got high school back on the slate Friday night. We got that big game we're going to be talking a lot more about the rest of the week on the show, too. Pineview at Crimson. I mean, when you look at it, Pineview's 3-1, Crimson's 4-0 in region. It's for the region title because, I know they do like a co-region title if Pineview were to win and they'd both be 4-1, but there's the head-to-head component.
Yeah.
And so it'll be technically co, but when you just win head-to-head, it'll feel like a region championship for Pineview, even if technically it won't be. Crimson has a chance to go undefeated and continue to flex their muscles and head into the playoffs with all the momentum as they're looking for the three-peat. Yeah, and this would be, step one off the to-do list is, win region. But they gotta do it on senior night at Crimson Cliffs. We'll have that game live for you here on the Fan Sports Network and streaming on our website as well as KSLSports.com, our YouTube page, everywhere. That'll be our Boulevard home game of the week on Friday night. So we got a couple days to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to get you ready for that big game. The other games to wrap up after the bye week, it'll be Snow Canyon and Dixie, and it'll be Hurricane at Desert Hills. Those are the other two matchups on a Friday night as we're back to and then boom, playoffs reveal show. I think we're gonna have a little small role, I think, if I'm not mistaken, on the reveal show. DJ is now with KSL Sports. David James will be doing a lot of the reveal stuff now.
Nice.
So we'll see what that bracket looks like. Going to be a lot of fun. Any picks? Prediction, Pauly, live up to your nickname, buddy.
I've got my name.
You got a
my
pick
nickname,
today for our people?
This moniker. I did a hockey 3-teamer the other day, missed by one. You guys were critical. My Avs pick, it hit, but the Penguins won somehow. Let's do another 3-teamer. Let's do the Washington Capitals against the Lightning. I'm going with the Seattle Kraken for Tara against the Montreal Canadiens and the Vegas Golden Knights, the nightcap against the Calgary Flames. That's your 3-teamer in hockey.
Yeah.
Good luck with
Lock
that.
it up. Lock it up.
Good luck with that one.
Yeah.
Blowout winner. Rate the show. Tara, rate the show today.
Yeah.
It was a good one. I give it a 10.
Oh, wow.
I liked all the guests and Dylan and everything. Giving away tickets to the Holy War. Come on, it doesn't get better than that.
We'll try to do another 10 tomorrow. On the drive. Thanks to our great show sponsors. Thank you for hanging out with us every weekday morning, 7 to 9 on the Fan Sports Network. Have a good Tuesday, everybody.